watching CarTell.tv. I'm Amelia. When we think of sports cars, we often think of fun but barely practical machines. Well, today, I have with me a car that seems to have it all. Enough room to take your extended family away for the weekend and enough power to make them scream all the way. The Subaru WRX STI has a family sedan body, but more than enough styling cues to show that there is something special under the hood. The front has somewhat aggressive headlights and a grille which seems to hide something large behind it, since it comes in two parts. However, these features are now present in other modern cars which pack engines that struggle to push them over a hill. What sets apart the front of the WRX STI is this massive hood scoop that has been a token of sporty capabilities for decades. Looking at the back, things are far more obvious. The massive rear wing is anything but subtle, but it's very useful when it comes to providing downforce when a family sedan reaches supercar speeds. These quad exhaust pipes and a diffuser make the car seem more aggressive and really round off the rear view. The engine is the incredibly capable 2.5 flat 4, which has proper twin-scroll turbocharger to provide it with forced induction. The result? 221 kilowatts of power and 407 newton meters of torque. The engine does require 98 premium fuel and it consumes 10.4 litres per 100 kilometres. Unless you're a racing driver, this engine will never feel underpowered. It does provide peak power at 5,600 RPM and peak torque at 4,000. But even in lower revs, it packs more than enough punch. This is where the WRX STI excels. Now, I've mentioned how the car can pull confidently from low revs, but once you get past 4,000 RPM, all hell breaks loose. A run from a standstill to 100 kilometres per hour takes just 5.2 seconds. Who said getting to the next set of lights wasn't fun? The car weighs about 1,500 kilograms, and while this is by no means lightweight, it's also very competitive when it comes to sports cars territory. You also get symmetrical all-wheel drive with multi-mode driver's control centre differential system and independent suspension for the front and rear, McPherson strut for the former and double wishbone for the latter. If you don't know what these terms represent, I'll give you the short version. This is one mean handling car. The levels of grip are outstanding, as is the steering precision, and you can definitely see the rally heritage. When it comes to comfort, the previous versions of the WRX STI were sometimes criticised for being too soft for sporty driving or too rough for everyday use. Well, Subaru kept fine-tuning, and this one looks like a perfect marriage between both of these worlds. Drive-by-wire electronic throttle control ensures that the throttle response is almost instant and paired with the all-wheel drive system. You get the feeling that the car reacts to the push of the pedal even before you've applied it. It's a really great feeling. The gearbox is a 6-speed close ratio manual, and it also adds a lot to the perks of sporty driving. All this being said, you get the feeling that the WRX is not the best car for everyday use. I'd say the opposite. The suspension is extremely good for public roads, but if you find yourself off-road, the all-wheel drive system will handle itself well. And when you wish to overtake, there aren't many cars that will do it better. The only downside might be the noise levels on the inside, but if you have a problem with that, then you really shouldn't be driving a sports car. That being said, it's not too loud or unpleasant on longer journeys, unless you drive in high revs. It just gives you the hint that there's something more happening under the hood, so let's take another listen. The interior is by no means futuristic or particularly special, but it serves its purpose. And this is, once again, a perfect choice for the WRX STI. The car has everything you need in a modern family sedan. But the layout is clean and simple, so that it doesn't take away from the fact that this car would make the Subaru BRZ eat dust. The infotainment and navigation touchscreen gets a bunch of new functions such as pinch zoom, Pandora and voice controls. You also get USB and Bluetooth connectivity and sweet-sounding Harman Kardon speakers. The seats are pretty supportive and they'll keep you in place during more aggressive runs, but they'll also provide reasonable amounts of comfort. Speaking of the back seats, it's pretty comfortable, but things could get a little squashy if you were to try and fit 3 fully grown adults back here. The cargo volume is at 460 litres, which is very practical for a car of such sporty nature. Having in mind its power rating, as well as its practical side, the WRX STI is packed with safety features on both sides of this spectrum. Just some of the things are blind spot and side view monitors, lane change assist, rear view camera, rear traffic alert, auto dimming rear view mirror, automatic switching from high to low beam, electronic stability control, traction control, limited slip device, ABS and more.
Anyone who loves cars will tell you that the WRX STI is an amazing machine that has practicality, flair and heritage all in one.
As for the price, I didn't bother to ask. I mean, what's the cost of happiness? However, Subaru does offer the WRX without the STI, which is a bit more geared towards everyday, with a bit less power, softer suspension, longer gearing and an optional automatic, and all of that for a lower price.
Still, it's just a matter of preference, since the WRX STI offers practicality, which is very difficult to find within its sporty counterparts. Thanks for watching CarTell.tv. Now if you like what you see here, you know the drill. Subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook, tweet us at Twitter, follow us on Instagram, but please don't creep outside my front window.